just thought we'd have a quick catch up. So it's now Monday, and on the weekend, on the Saturday, we had, in the end, 10 viewings in total. Obviously, I think when I last spoke to you, we thought by the end of that we'd have a very clear vision of how we were feeling and which ones stood at the top of our priority list and which ones we liked the most. But afterwards, we felt utterly confused, disheartened, frustrated, and a little bit, So basically, from all the ones we saw, some of the ones that we had already written off proved to be the best spaces and really incredible rooms, but terrible locations. And then we found an amazing kind of newly created flat above a shop, which was perfect, but it didn't have a bath, and a bath's one of my deal breakers. So do I let that go, or do we see if we can get a bath built in, even though it's already at the top of the budget? And then one that we thought was going to be really good, as soon as we arrived, we could see that the parking situation was an absolute nightmare. So even before we got in, we were feeling a little bit anti it, even though the space was actually really good. Anyway, yada yada yada. So today I've decided to organise a second viewing of the house the other day that we thought was a good doer-upper. And I'm bringing along Mum and Dad and my sister-in-law, who's an architect, because there is some work that would need being doing, and I just need her to say whether it's feasible and whether it's affordable and all that sort of stuff before I think any more about this property, because I don't want to be honest, I'm already going to be heartbroken if it doesn't work. But yeah, we need to see if we can move the water tank and boring stuff like that. So that's what we're doing next. So a bit of a convoy going over to meet the estate agent. But the estate agent today is one of our favourite ones. He's quite a joker. Says inappropriate things, but we kind of like it. So it'd be nice to see him again. So that's a little update. I'm actually writing a blog post about what I've found out about house hunting and stuff. So hopefully that'll be helpful to you guys, if any of you are in the same situation as we are. But if not, I'll do a video as well. I've still got a hacking cough, which is not great when you're doing a lot of phone calls. Literally by 9 o'clock this morning, I think 5 estate agents had called me for wanting my follow-up on the properties they'd shown me. They're very desperate for the commission. I admire their tenacity, but it's a bit much. Right, so it's been a little while since we've caught up and all this house hunting stuff. I'll give you the address to put in the cellar. There was a few days where I was feeling just overwhelmed and stressed and a little bit sad about it all, because we did find a couple properties that we thought, okay, these are the two that we can genuinely imagine us working in and feeling at home in, and that, you know, ticked a lot of the boxes. And then so we told the estate agents and said, you know, because they were both over budget, how low could they go? And then we got the replies back, and basically they were still way over our maximum budget, so we had to kind of just accept that the ones that we love we can't afford to have. So then it was just kind of another reality check and trying to get that positivity back and just pick ourselves up and just accept the new reality of what we probably could afford. What else has happened? So we're going to another town which is even further away today, but it's good in terms of shops and things like that. It's just, it will be a whole new area to kind of get to know. But this morning we did go and stalk one of the properties we've seen twice, just to go and see it again and also test out the walk and how long the walk to the station would be. But annoyingly, the owner was in, and she was in her front window, and we think she might have caught us stalking her property. But anyway, hopefully we got away with it. What else? So yeah, we've got a few more viewings today and a bumper packed day tomorrow, and then I think we've pretty much seen everything going in the local area, or the places that we are willing to live. So then who knows what we'll do then. Just keep waiting and maybe putting in ridiculously low offers and just hoping for the best. So we've done the first two properties. How are you feeling after them, Si?
They're not, I don't know, I think it's the first one was quite nice. It's decorated really well. The views weren't the best, were they? One was overlooking a building site and the other a car park. Just the flats are just so much smaller than I expected.
I know.
But they all vary kind of in shape and sizes, so more you see, the better, really.
And we kind of screwed ourselves over. We watched the location show last night, which Love It or List It, and they went to Northamptonshire, and they were showing houses that you could get basically with our budget, and they are like luxury, dreamy houses.
It's crazy, isn't it?
And it's so annoying because we're like, here where we live, you can get a garage for the same price.
Basically, a shoebox for 100 grand.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
So yeah, it's just a bit heart-wrenching to see what we could be getting if we could move, but we can't. So we've got to forget it, and just do the best we can. But we don't think the last two are the ones, do we?
No.
So we're just waiting for the next estate agent now to go into this one, which is at the lower end of our budget. So we'll see what you can get for that. Good day. Good day. Who says good day? Good day. Good morrow, squires. So it's another day, another set of viewings. This could potentially be the last day of viewings. Yes, so we've had some news. So a property that originally we kind of found out was out of our realms of doability. God, my English language leaves a lot to be desired today. Basically, it was out of budget for us. Because we found out that the offer they had once accepted was reluctant, and that was still way over what we would be able to pay. But anyway, we told the estate agent that, and he's had a word with the vendor, and she's done some stuff her end, and she's said she's willing to drop it to a level which is much closer to our max budget. So if after today, with all the properties we're going to see here, we're in a place called Woking today, if after today none of them match up to that, and we get the feeling that nothing ever will, we're going to put in an offer, which is absolutely terrifying. Yeah, feel a little bit ill thinking about it, but at the same time, potentially very exciting. But anyway, we've got about 10 viewings today, so there might be something in here that literally knocks us right off course, but we won't know. How are you feeling about all this, Si?
It's exciting, isn't it, all this looking at houses and flats malarkey?
Yes, it is. You've been having some dreams, haven't you? Stress dreams.
Stress dreams. It's a big commitment though, isn't it?
It certainly is.
But it's fun, of course. It's fun. It's part of the process, I guess.
Yeah.
It's all new to us, so
yeah,
just kind of enjoying it as we go along.
I feel like it's almost made me mature quite a lot, because I've had to kind of take the lead on this quite a lot, because Si's been at work, and my parents have actually stayed quite out of it, which is surprising. They've let me just crack on with it. I thought they'd want to get more involved, but no, I've just been sorting all the viewings, going to viewings and having all the the business money chat with people. But I think it's good. This sort of thing gives you confidence that you're capable and you can do it, which is good. Look at that face.
I'm just looking at you.
Cynicism.
I was listening. Yeah. Very wise, God.
Very wise.
No, I'm listening.
I'm done now. My arm's really hurting. I'm feeling not great today, guys. I feel about 75 years old. This is taking its toll on me. I am not refreshed.
How's your arm feeling?
Oh, horrendous. Bye-bye. The sort of buildings we're looking at today, so they're kind of blocky type apartment flats, probably 1960s sort of region. So not the most attractive era, but inside actually the space is often a lot better than modern builds, because they're a bit more, they had different regulations back then, so the rooms tend to be a bit bigger.
It's quite cool, that building, actually.
Well, it's cool if you...
Oh, no, it's like, I know what you mean by blocky, but it's just the way it's shaped. It looks
it's like a
quirky.
Tetris, Tetris block,
exactly
isn't it? You want to put them together. But anyway, just so you get the idea.
Oh, it's those drawers I like.
Are they the ones that kind of close?
Yeah.
It's a very nice kitchen.
I think this is the dishwasher.
Yeah, little slim dishwasher. So that's nice. Second bedroom. Nice flooring again. This is the view.
It's 12-minute walk.
Well, that's fine. It's what we're doing at New York. I just thought I'd better film this in case it's in case it's successful. Really, I'm about to email over an offer for a property. So you're going to see this moment happen right now. Oh no, I need to put the email address in. Oh God. Okay, here we go. Offer for... Right, I'm pressing send. Thank you, Rob. Many thanks, Sophie. Okay, I'm sending. Sent.
It's arrived.
I can't remember if I caught you guys up, so you might have just seen a clip of me putting in an offer, and that is because today we saw 13 more properties. And we managed to see 13 properties from, I think it was between 11 and 3 o'clock, which is pretty good going. Anyway, so some of the properties were actually really, really lovely, and actually very sexy properties, huge properties with lots of floor space, and they're modern, sexy kitchen, all this sort of stuff. But even after that, we were still thinking about this little ropey, cozy house in a suburban area that is far less cool. So we realised, like, if we can see these amazing properties and that's still the one we're thinking about, then we need to put in an offer, because clearly it's got our heart and it's going to be very hard to tempt us away. So yeah, you will have just seen that I put in an offer, and since then we got an email saying, it's Friday today, we're not going to get probably a definitive answer till Monday whether it's been accepted, but at the moment the conversation is positive. So it's looking good, but we're just trying hard not to just get carried away with ourselves and set ourselves up for a massive heartbreak, I guess. I'm absolutely exhausted. I think my tally of properties I've viewed is 32, and I've done that in how many days? I've seen 32 properties in 11 days, which I think, well, I think that's a lot, because whenever I tell the estate agents, they're like, whoa. But I just wanted to be thorough, I guess, and just sure that I'm making a wise decision. And yeah, if this property goes through, like I said, if you saw all the properties we've seen, you would be like, why have you picked that one? Because some of them were much bigger, much cooler, much more stylish. But we just thought to ourselves, yeah, if we were single people in our early 20s, career driven, all that sort of stuff, yeah, we would love those apartments. They've got gyms within them, they've got like shops underneath, they've got concierge service, lifts and all this sort of stuff. But at our age, we just want a cosy house that we can imagine snuggling up in, having friends over for dinner, watching telly. And the one we've gone for, it's small but it's cosy. It's got a little garden so we can have barbecues in the summer. It's near where we live now, so it feels familiar and comfortable and safe. So yeah, it's just weird, isn't it? When you think, well, I don't know, it just, when I always imagined how I'd approach house hunting and stuff like that, I imagined the sort of properties I'd want, and the reality's been very different, and my priorities have been different, and my approach has been different. I don't know, yeah, it's just surprising. So that's why I'd say, if you're ever house hunting, go for the ones that don't look good on paper or don't look good on Zoopla and Rightmove, because quite often they will really surprise you. Like today, some of the ones I'd mentally kind of vetoed already ending up being very, very pleasant surprises, and then the vice versa happened as well. So yeah, I've never been so rambly as I have in these house hunting vlogs. I think it's because there's an element of nerves, an element of excitement, so just my mouth is a little bit in overdrive. And also I think talking to you guys has helped me process a lot of the information and a lot of my thoughts in terms of what I think about the houses and the flats we've seen and whether they are right for us and that sort of thing. Anyway, I will keep you up to date on whether the offer has been accepted. In the meantime, I'm likely not to get any sleep. I will be doing a lot of comfort eating, but also I'll be doing a lot of Pinterest and just imagining what my rooms all look like, my tiny but cozy rooms. Anyway, catch up with you soon. I'm going to have a vegan carbonara now.